Hey Smoker patrons, Draga1 here. If you're watching this, you most likely searched my Patreon page manually and decided to support me, or were linked to it from somewhere. Either way, thank you for your contribution. Currently, at time of recording, there are 2 of you. This is an example of what your reward tier will look like. Now, to reiterate what was said on my channel and on my main patron page, I never felt comfortable opening a tip jar for people just for them to throw money at me. Promoting or even mentioning the tip jar, I felt would be akin to e-begging. And even if that's not actually what's happening, I would still think there would be an expectation to do more for the channel. Now, since I work full-time, and have been, ever since my channel came back from the dead in 2014, I haven't been able to do anything more than about 1 video a week maximum. I've always thought that if I were to start a Patreon, paying patrons would expect more. This would force me to strain myself and to do a lot more for the channel, and it would also prevent me from taking any breaks whatsoever. I also didn't want to constantly berate my viewers and shove Patreon in their face all the damn time. Constantly shilling myself as not treating my viewer base with the respect it deserves. So you're probably wondering, well, you two-faced bastard, why'd you make a Patreon then? Well, first and foremost was name reservation. I didn't want some random asshole pretending to be me secretly collecting the generous donations of my subscriber base while they were none the wiser. Probably an unfounded and paranoid point of view, but that's the main reason I made it. The second reason was to familiarize myself with the platform and to help combat my own ignorance of the website. I made a page and learned about some of the features along the way, and I discovered a few things. I can switch from monthly payment mode to per creation mode, meaning that you only pay when I actually do something. Before, I thought if I ever took a break, I'd be charging a bunch of people's credit cards month after month only to have absolutely nothing to show for it while I cry myself to sleep in a corner. So that's a big plus for patrons. And it would even enable me to decide to not charge patrons if I felt a video wasn't up to snuff or didn't satisfy the reward tiers, which brings me to the next part. The per creation mode still didn't quite cut it for me. There needed to be something more that really gave patrons something for their money. Reward tiers, as I'm sure you already know about since you had to choose one in order to see this video, normally give a bunch of different ways to support any given creator by giving a whole lot of different methods to spend your money. As I've seen from a lot of different creators, sometimes there is an ungodly amount of choices here, ranging from $1 to 50 or more depending on what it is. The problem I have with most of the ones I see is usually they're pretty lame. Like having your name in the credits, which only has 5 seconds of screen time and nobody watches it, or something that would put me under too much time pressure, such as early access videos or exclusive only Patreon videos, which could double my workload. My idea of good reward tiers is what I have here so far. I'm also continuing to experiment with it. They don't pressure me, they give the patron a better value for their money, and don't intrude too badly on the core message of each video with that quote-unquote e-begging nonsense I mentioned earlier. And in combination with per creation mode, and considering my current schedule, it won't break the bank either. Now, I don't plan on advertising, linking to, or mentioning the existence of this Patreon anywhere on my channel or social media. This is only for the die-hard fans who are crafty enough to find the page on their own. The only time that will ever change is if I happen to lose my full-time job and can truly commit all my time to my patrons and follow through on the expectations and promises. Anyway, since this video is considered a creation and technically has charged your credit card, I think, let me give you something that probably won't ever happen again. An exclusive video. Not released on YouTube, but probably someone will leak it since it's just an unlisted video. Well, I would appreciate it if you didn't leak it, but those of you heavily inclined to do so, I can't really stop you. This is another reason why I don't do early access stuff, because we all know what happened to Vessel. Now, this won't be too interesting or long, but it's something for you. Enjoy. Okay, so this is my old Casio. I have a replacement on my wrist. This, as you can see, is pretty dead. It's, I think, had some liquid intrusion at one point, and dropping it, I think I actually fixed it once. Oh my god, it's back? Are you shitting me? It's still fucking going. Let's see what year it thinks it is. Thinks it's like 1980 or something. It's still going. It's still going. So I was gonna crack this thing open, and damn it. I was gonna crack this thing open to try and do a battery replacement, but I fixed it by hitting it. So I guess I can take this video to reset the timer on it. Or the timer, the time. Hold on, let me look at this. I mean, the actual LCD elements are illuminated. Well, they're not illuminated, but they're showing up pretty clearly, because if you look at them together, you can still see both of them pretty clear. So, calculator, alarm, dual time, stopwatch, and the regular time. So we'll press this. That's second. That's the hour, but I think if I press one of these buttons, it switches it to 24-hour mode. It's not, the AM should go away. I just really don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, it was the start-stop button, and now you see the AM is totally gone, and now we only have 24-hour time, which is the superior way to wear a watch. Should we leave it in 1980? Probably not. 5, 3, 9, 1, 9, 0, 3, and what is today? 13th. 1, 3, 2254. It's not 2254. I'm not quite sure where I got the 5 from. We're getting through this. This is like the best Patreon video you could have ever hoped for. This is actually like 30 times worse than like my regular videos. Okay, so it is Wednesday, so its calendar is working for this year. It's going to be a little bit slow, just because this is a little bit fast, and the actual real time is 10:45, so it's roughly on the money, whatever. Wait. No, maybe this is closer? I don't know. Oh, they look the same, so I'm getting them mixed up. Oh, God. So, the Legend, the Casio, for all of you who want to know, CA53W, water resistant, made in China. This is what I've worn in most of my videos, and I now have a replacement, but I didn't actually need it. I could have kept using this. I've had this since 2010. It's a remarkable watch, and as far as I know, I haven't checked recently, but if you were to check the reviews of the Apple Watch versus this one on Amazon, this one apparently wins out. So this is going to go back where it belongs on the monitor, so you can tell just what time it is when I'm doing something. Now, I don't think I'll ever get a Casio sponsorship. Probably won't get a BenQ sponsorship or anything in between there. Just because, you know, my channel has too many weed jokes in it, I'm guessing. Or I'm just kind of inept sometimes. So maybe I probably can't pull off the gig. But here's hoping. Thanks everybody for watching. I know this video was pretty shit. So, bye. why don't we make it a little bit less shit? Look at what I got. Now this is a little weird, and this has actually tripped me up a little bit. If you look at the inside of this, usually the first thing you want to do is have the springy bit towards the flat part of the battery. It's not what you want to do at all. You got to follow the markings on the inside. Whoever designed this, not sure what they were thinking. So, got the stylus. Now this is just something I got recently. I haven't really decided to make a video about it yet. It's supposed to be the button that powers it on. Just have to go for the rechargeables. Unless the markings are wrong. Pretty sure those batteries are shot anyway. There we go. I don't really have anything to do with this. I've never really used a Palm Pilot. I remember I wanted one of these really badly as a kid, and the only thing I got at the time was a Pixter. So, yeah. Forward a little bit. And if memory serves, what's the date? It's the 13th of March. What's the time? PM 11. Oh, that's 10. Okay, I'm fucking. And what is it? 50. I'm having to look through the camera. Make sure it's all in focus. 50. Probably gonna be 51 in a second, so that's good enough. It's not gonna keep that time, it's gonna keep taking the batteries out of it. Got a calculator. Alright. Nothing's changed there. Now they don't have any QWERTY keyboard that I know of. Oh, okay, that's just a quick calculator. How do I, keyboard? What the hell? What the hell is that? Okay. Forgot, that's right. I don't remember the codes and shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 91, okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's a 9 on there. 9? 9. 4. I can't lift the pen, that's why. This is a terrible video. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm really just trying to put this together before I go to bed. Trying to. So this is why you're not gonna see any bonus videos from me, really, just because I'm pretty unprepared for videos as it is. But this is an absolute exception. I'm really not prepared in any way whatsoever. I mean, it would be kind of cool for me to do kind of like vlog type stuff. That would sort of be kind of second channel material. But is that really what you guys want to pay for creations, to see just extra blog or vlog stuff? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's really useful. Have this? Because you can't. The problem is that you're at kind of a good viewing angle. I'm not really at a great viewing angle. I can't really see it that well. Where's Bejeweled? Now, apparently you could download stuff. You can use that port there I don't have the connectors for that, or the software, but software's not a big deal. There's a reset button there. Made in the USA. Hey, that's not expected. Infrared. Fuck. You know what that means? I'm going to have to do some sort of video with this Palm with one of the PowerBooks and see if I can sync data over to it. I know already that that's going to be a pain in the ass. Big time. But I'm pretty sure that those old laptops supported Palms like this. So, I mean, you might be seeing something like that in the future. What the hell? This is just a pipe. Can this go on any other way? Yep, it can. And your stylus is still a stylus, and I think this thing turned itself off.
There are two bands. One of them's called Rev Theory. The other one's called Theory of a Dead Man. They're both post-grunge bands, which means they sound pretty much the same. For the layman, they could be considered discount Nickelback. Now, I listen to these bands unironically, and are quite familiar with their music. Okay, actually, I only have one album of each of theirs, but I quite enjoy it. Their sound is so similar that if they ever did a song together, you wouldn't be able to tell which part of the band was playing what, because everyone would sound the same. It's sort of like having two blenders. I personally only have one blender, and I'm not quite sure what I would do with two of them. And one would certainly go unused, unless I was working at Jamba Juice or something, but I don't think they let you bring in your own blender. So I got thinking, if the two bands truly did ever get together and work on a project, it would be some sort of post-grunge hybrid. I got it. They'll do an album together, and they'll call it Hybrid Theory. Oh shit.
I just woke up from going to sleep at 5 a.m. And then I realized there's no reason we can't take this apart even though it's working. I need to know how to be able to service this if the time does come where it does need a battery, and I'm sure you all want to see what the inside of it looks like, right? So why don't we just go ahead and open it anyway, and to make sure it stays in place, we'll mighty play this. Now, I'm probably going to be sacrificing a bit of my water resistance if there's some sort of seal in here. Baby, yeah. What the hell is going on in here? Jesus Christ. Is that a spring? So I'm assuming that this red is an insulator so that the battery doesn't touch the back plate. Doesn't seem to want to... Okay. Alright, well that's... What a lovely design. Now let's take a look at... I can't even see... It's not a 2032 because I see a 1 there now. And you can't see that because of the lighting angle. But you're going to have to trust me. Hold on. Shit. Just for reference, it's still operating. this is kind of annoying. Well, the good thing is I don't see any. Also, I think I lost my spring. Fuck. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter. No, wait, no, I got it. I still got it. It's like fucking microscopic. I don't. God damn it. Okay. Good thing is I'm not seeing any evidence of liquid intrusion of any kind, like I thought I was gonna see. This is pretty 2016, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, CRC 2016. It's got a Sony battery in it. 3 volts. Now I bet you could replace it with a 2032 without any problem, I think. This is a 3 volts, right? This battery tab, that's on there pretty good. There seems to be a little potentiometer thing there. I don't really know what that's for. Is that for adjusting the counting of the seconds by just a very slight margin if it keeps going off like mine does, just by a slow amount all the time? But man, you'd really have to... I figured it out off camera, of course. This is our CRC 2016 3 volts. This is a CRC 2032, also 3 volts. I don't know if this one is fresh, but it has a sticker on it. They're not the same thickness, so even if I wanted to put that in there and it did work, it wouldn't be thin enough. Maybe it would have a longer capacity. What if I forced it in there? Would it fry it? Well, if it is in fact 3 volts, it's exactly at 3. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, my, this one's totally dead. I can get rid of that. So the one that was still in the thing is fine. Now it says replace and good, but that's only if I'm putting it in battery testing mode, and it's not in battery testing mode. So yeah, so this is a fine battery, and I don't know fucking how. Now it isn't exactly on the line, but it's, I mean, it has lost something, but it's still got a bit of a kick in there. Now here's a new CRC 2032, and let's test this. See, it's a little above the line, whereas this one, the old battery, is right there. So, had a little peak there, did you see that? And then it kind of leveled off. Yeah. Go back to the brand new battery, little peak, and leveled off. Okay, so can I put this in there and make it work? Now, if you look at the inside of this, we have the positive conductor, which is the outer, and then we got the negative, which is this little tab. So this connects there on the side with this. Yep, there it is. Oh god. So this can power it, it's just a little bit too fat. Let's put this back in. I think this was having a little bit of trouble. No, it's fine. So let's put this back together. Okay, got that back on. Lost my mighty putty again. Shit. I probably don't need this. I could probably just use a piece of tape. But there's a very important part here. I think it goes like that. This might not even need to come off, actually. That might just supposed to stay there. How am I gonna get the tabs back in? Probably should have put them back in while I was taking this thing apart. Yeah, that's one side. Oh my god, I did it! Now for a tiny spring. Oh god, this thing is tiny. I don't even know why it's supposed to go in there or why it came out. I think I ripped it out by accident. Ooh, that was it. That was it, guys. Got it. Let's make sure it works. It does. I'll probably keep working for a while. Okay. Where's the seal? Is it just really... Oh, there it is, the ring. Right there. Fuck. Shit. Oh, I think I lost one. There it is. Shit, no, I have to reset the time again. Fuck that. Wait a minute. I don't have to reset the time. What kind of lucky ass shit is that? No cut there. I'm gonna leave the cut. There's no cut there. I picked it up to go look at the clock, and it's fucking the same. And you know I didn't reset it to normal because it one says it's 1980 and the other one says it's not. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's some creepy ass shit. Alright. Although it says 12 a.m. not p.m. but whatever. Okay, well, I will conclude it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for contributing to my quote-unquote secret Patreon page. Have a nice day.